Dear students, yesterday we have discussed about the aromatic heterocycles with the two heteroatom pyridazine, pyrazine and pyrimidine. Today we are going to discuss with the pyrimidine, in which the nitrogen atom are at the 1 and 3 position. So these pyrimidines are and its derivatives are most important because both the RNA and DNA contain cytosine. Cytosine is 2 hydroxy 4 amino pyridine, and former group contain uracil, that is uracil is present in RNA 2,4-dihydroxypyrimidine, and the later one contains the thymine 2,4-dihydroxy 2-methylpyrimidine. The heterocycles are linked through their first nitrogen atom in the ribose and deoxyribose. The hydroxypyrimidines beings are their tautomeric 1 or 1 form. You can see here cytosine. Cytosine is 3 2 hydroxy 4 amino 2 hydroxy 4 amino pyrimidine, and uracil is 2,4-diketone pyrimidine, and thymine is 2,4-dihydroxy 5-methyl pyrimidine. And the another example is the alphox, which is the 71. So disconnection of the ester side chain gives the chloride 72 and 73. So 73 part is the pyrimidine part, and it is the carbonyl chloride, carboxychloride or dimethylamine. This 74 undergo in the analysis the CN cleavage and giving you the keto ester 75 and guanidine 76. The guanidine 76 is made by the addition of dimethylamine to available cyanamide, and the keto ester, this one 75, is an acetoacetate product. Cyclization goes well and acylation with 72 completes the synthesis. Now we can see in the synthesis dimethylamine is combining with the cyanamide giving the 76, this guanidine, and acetoacetic ester in presence of base and methyl iodide giving the 75, and this 75 and 76 they are combining and then giving the 74. This 74 is converted into the target molecule 71 by the addition of dimethylamine and carbonyl chloride. Now pyrimidines from 1,3-dicarbonyl compounds and amidine. Trimethoprene 77. This trimethoprene contains a pyrimidine ring, and it is used as an antibacterial agent. The 2-cyano-CN disconnection leads to 1,3,1 and 3 dicarbonyl 78 and a molecule of guanidine 79. The 1,3 dicarbonyl compound 78 is a combination of an aldehyde and an amide, but is very similar to a malonic ester, so it may be prepared by alkylation of the diethyl malonate with the convenient benzylic bromide. So here the fragmentation giving you this 1,3-dicarbonyl compound, and this second one is similar to the diethyl. This is diethyl malonate and this is the trimethoxy benzylic bromide. The alkylation works fine, but it turns out to be better to add the aldehyde as an electrophilic rather than try to reduce an ester to an aldehyde. The other ester is ready at the right oxidation level. Notice the use of the NaCl method of decarboxylation. So here we are having the malonic ester reduction and benzyl bromide giving the compound this, which on reaction with NaCl in presence of DMSO dimethyl sulfoxide giving you the ester. The condensation with ethyl formate, that is HCOOET, and cyclization with guanidine gives the pyrimidine ring system, but with an OH instead of the required amino group. The aromatic nucleophilic substitution in the pyrimidone styles give the trimethoprene. So this trimethoprene on the reaction of ethyl carbamate giving this, and the guanidine is added. This guanidine is added to this, giving the methoprene, which on cyclization with hydration and amination with POCl3 and NH3 giving you NH2. Here it is trimethoprene. So this trimethoprene can be easily prepared. Next is imidazole. Imidazole 80, that is occur naturally, also present in many synthetic biological active compounds. The usual disconnection gives the 1,2-dicarbonyl compound, an acid and 2 molecules of ammonia. So here C and disconnection giving you the 1,2-diketone dicarbonyl compound and 2 molecules of ammonia and an acid molecule. Amazingly, this method works through an aldehyde usually replace the carboxylic acid for the greater reactivity. The Radiszewski synthesis, it consists of the condensation of dicarbonyl compounds such as the glyoxal and alpha ketoaldehyde and alpha diketones with an aldehyde in presence of ammonia, example benzyl with benzaldehyde, and 2 molecules of ammonia reacts with 2,4,5-triphenyl imidazole. Formamide often provides a convenient substituent for ammonia. So 2 molecules of ammonia, 1,2-dicarbonyl compound, and it is reacting with the aldehyde, and it is the heterocyclic compound, and in the condensation it is rearrangement giving the imidazole 81, is used in the synthesis of pentostatin, a compound which enhances the effect of anti-cancer drugs. Disconnection as above of 80 gives the simple starting material. Here the analysis, you can see here it is the alpha beta imidazole containing the NO2 group, and here C6H5 and CH double bond CH2. So this cleavage will give you aldehyde on a nitro imidazole, which again in the C and disconnection is giving the ketoaldehyde, ammonia, formaldehyde and ammonia. So ketoaldehyde 84 is best made by the alpha functionalization approach. The imidazole formation occurs by the zinc hydroxide and nitration at the right position occurs with the nitric acid, and a final condensation with the benzaldehyde gives us 81. So here we are having the ketone, and with the selenium oxide we are having the ketoaldehyde group. This ketoaldehyde group is undergo functionalization at the alpha position with imidazole for the formation of imidazole 83, which on the presence of nitrating mixture HNO3 and HNO2 forming the imidazole, which on combining with the benzaldehyde in presence of base giving the target molecule 81. And alternative imidazole synthesis supplies both the nitrogen atom as the formamide HCONH2 and uses an alpha keto 85, this one, alpha keto 85 for the rest, and this is the Bradrick reaction. So alpha haloketone on reaction with the formamide CHONH2, two molecules giving the imidazole, and this reaction is Bradrick reaction. So this 81 compound can be prepared by the Bradrick reaction. So with this we finishes the this connection approach ring synthesis. So with this we finishes with this unit, and MSc final course is complete now from my side. Thank you.